And what it is, keep it G blogger, man. Tapping back in, you know. I just want to say shout out to my supporters, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate the comments, the negative ones and the positive ones. You feel me? Motherfuckers been on my heels about coming at the young boy, but hey, I gotta call it how I see it. But you know, before I get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That is a must. Trying to get monetized. I'm on the way to 500. I'm walking it down. We walking it down. You know what I mean? Been doing this shit as a team. But as everybody already know, Kodak Black has been arrested. You know, he got locked up in Florida for possession of oxycodones, 31 of them. He got caught with $75,000, and it was on he got pulled over. But the way they pulled him over sound crazy to me, right? He said they pulled him over because his tents was too dark, right? But upon pulling him over, they realized that he had expired tags. That seemed like to me that's something you would notice first. You know, 'cause a lot of times when police pull you over, when they ready to pull you over, they run your tags first. So I would think that they would run his tags first before they notice that he got two dark tints. But in reality, he should have dark tints. He's a celebrity. So I don't know how that's going to play out. But anyway, they said they smelled weed and searched the car. You know the normal shit they do. But they charged him with trafficking. That's a hefty charge, man. How the fuck can they prove that? I guess because the money and the pills, but I'm willing to bet that was his personal pills. But the reason I brought this up, right? Because it's crazy how this happened. You got NBA Youngboy, who just beat the feds yesterday. Also, the same day, you have Kodak Black get arrested. Now, these two are kind of like intertwined because they're around the same age and they both got lengthy criminal records. So what I'm trying to see today is, right, or do today, is we're going to run down their charges. Because it seemed like to me, Youngboy, he always get to slide through the cracks no matter how it go. You feel me? And he always get things in his favor. But then you got Kodak Black, who also get arrested a lot. And, you know, he seemed to face stiffer punishment. So, why? What's the difference? Could it be money? Could it be the labels? Could it be the judges? Could it be the states? You know, because it got to be a difference because, you know, if Youngboy is getting this treatment, why isn't Kodak Black? I mean, they both millionaires, right? And before I get into the charges, I want to note that I'm going to be detailing, because for the articles I use for Kodak Black, it's charges that he committed along with some things that happened when he was with his associates. So I think that it's only fair, since I'm going into Kodak Black and, you know, just everything surrounding him, that it's only fair when I talk about Youngboy to do the same. So let me get into the charges now. In October of 2015, Kodak Black charged in Pompano Beach with robbery, battery, 2 counts of false imprisonment of a child under 13, 3 counts of false imprisonment of an adult, driving with a suspended license, and possession of marijuana. In February 2016, he was arrested in South Carolina on a criminal sexual assault charge after he was accused of raping a high school girl. This case is still working its way through the legal system and had been put on hold during the coronavirus. Well, that case has since been settled. I think he copped out some type of probation. He probably paid off. It was some civil shit going on with that too. Then in April of 2016, Kodak Black was arrested in Hallandale Beach for possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, possession of marijuana, and fleeing from the police. In May of 2016, he was arrested for armed robbery and false imprisonment. In August of that same year, he had a misdemeanor traffic charge. In April of 2017, Kodak Black was arrested for probation violation after he had been sentenced to a year of house arrest and 5 years probation for his May 2016 conviction. June 2017, he was arrested for violating house arrest after failing to complete an anger management program, but then going to the adult bar club Climax in Miami and being accused of committing battery on a bartender. That jailing caused him to miss his scheduled performance at that May's Rolling Loud. In January 2018, Broward Sheriff's Office charged him with possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, marijuana possession, grand theft in the 3rd degree, and neglecting a child with no bodily harm. That was that Instagram video when he had his son, he was smoking weed and all that. So he was out of trouble for about a year and a half. But in April 2019, while still facing the 2016 sexual assault charges from South Carolina, and before he was jailed later in 2019 on federal weapons charges, that's when he falsified the documents, Capri was arrested at the U.S.-Canada border, along with 3 other men. They were found with weapons and drugs at the border, according to New York State Police. I think the bodyguards wound up taking that charge. Or, it wasn't even really a charge to take. I think all the guns was registered at the time. In 2020, while serving his time for the federal weapons charge while in prison in Illinois in 2020, Capri arranged a few good deeds for his South Florida hometown. January 2021, the rapper who grew up in the Golden Acres area of Pompano Beach and who had been convicted of lying on a federal form about his criminal past in order to buy a gun at a Hialeah's firearms store, received a presidential pardon from President Donald Trump on his last day of office. Trump cited support from various religious leaders at the time. Capri had been serving a 46-month sentence after admitting in 2019 that he falsified information on federal forms to buy a firearm from a South Florida gun shop 2 separate times. In April of 2021, the Tallahassee Democrat reported that a security guard for the rapper was injured after he was shot near Tallahassee McDonald's that involved Kodak Black's entourage. Kodak Black was performing earlier at a concert and was not hurt in the incident. January 1st of 2022, on New Year's Day, he was arrested on a trespassing charge in his hometown of Pompano Beach in violation of a cease and disorder. Black was soon released after posting $25 bond, according to the Broward County Sheriff's Office. In February 2022, Kodak was shot in the leg, according to NBC, along with 3 other people outside a West Hollywood, California restaurant during the Justin Bieber party. May 2022, misdemeanor traffic violation. And that leads up to the charge that he's facing. He just got locked up for yesterday. Now, he has a lot of charges. A damn laundry list of them. You feel me? Some of them major, some of them minor. You know what I mean? But, as we seen, Kodak Black has been arrested and actually got sent to prison. Now, we're going to get into Youngboy and his situation. In December of 2016, NBA Youngboy was arrested in Austin, Texas on suspicion of attempted first-degree murder connected with an alleged drive-by shooting. Reports claim that NBA Youngboy was one of 3 passengers connected to a drive-by shooting in the 2000 block of Kennedy Street on November 2nd, 2016. NBA Youngboy was transported back to Louisiana and booked into Baton Rouge Parish Prison. His bond was set at $200,000. He ended up pleading out to that. He copped out the 10-year suspended sentence, 3 years probation. Fast forward to February 15th, 2018, and NBA Youngboy is being arrested before a concert at the Moon nightclub in Tallahassee. Garden had a warrant in the state of Georgia for allegedly committing assault, weapons violations, and kidnapping. Now, to be fair, when NBA Youngboy got locked up for kidnapping, it was on Janelle. And she came on Instagram and said that's how they play. And so them charges more than likely got dropped because it was some domestic shit and neither one of them was trying to cooperate. Hotel surveillance footage leaked shortly following his arrest showing Golden assaulting someone. On March 15, 2018, he was released from prison on a $75,000 bail. NBA Youngboy was out on probation due to a shooting that happened in Miami that involved him and his girlfriend, killing an innocent man, which violated his probation and was incarcerated for 3 months. He was required to do probation for 14 months. On December 13, 2019, the judge officially terminated Golden's probation for 2 counts of attempted murder. And he got off probation early. So that's what be throwing me off with his case. It's like, normally you get off, like, people get off probation early. But they don't get off probation early while they catching charges. Like, I mean, money could have played a role in that. We could chalk that up to money. He is currently living in Los Angeles and is on a plea deal for the case that he has against his ex-girlfriend, Janelle. On September 28, 2020, Golden was among 16 people arrested in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on various charges, including distribution and manufacturing of drugs and possession of stolen firearms. His lawyer denied any guilt. Alright. So, you know, that arrest in Baton Rouge is what led up to the federal arrest in California. So, as we can see, Kodak Black has a lengthy criminal history. Youngboy is not as lengthy, but he got some big charges, attempted murders and assaults and firearms. We don't really see that on Kodak Black's. It's more robberies, which is just as bad. But when you wear attempted murder to robbery, you know what I mean? It shit don't really weigh out. Now, this another thing. Like, we just took into account what happened with Kodak Black and his entourage. So we gotta detail Youngboy's entourage. Because when you go to court, all these things play a factor. No, they shouldn't, but they do. Judges look at you and they look at who you're around, and that's how they make these determinations. Is it right? No, but it happens every day. We saying it with Gunna and Young Thug now. Young Thug ain't commit no crimes, but these people that's under his umbrella allegedly did. Is what they saying. So, Youngboy, you have the situation with his homeboy getting locked up for killing G Money. Then you have the 2016 drive-by that NBA Big B was recently arrested on about 3 years ago on a 3-year charge. The charge from 2016, Big B got locked up in 2019. Alright, so then you have NBA Youngboy's little brother going to prison for murdering somebody. Then you also have BBG Baby Joe. You feel me? Was in the shootout. And if you notice in all these clips, they say NBA Youngboy affiliate. Because that's what they do. They tie you to these people even if you're not even really tied. So you got Baby Joe was arrested. Well, did he get arrested for that? I think he was a victim, but they shot back. You see the article. Then you also got NBA Youngboy mother house getting raided. And this is when he came home to get on the box from the feds. So it's a lot going on with Youngboy. But like I said, it's always a difference in the punishment. Now, if you look up Youngboy's net worth, it say he's worth $7.5 million. If you look up Kodak's Black net worth, it say he's worth $1 million. So that's a $6 million difference. You know what I mean? That can mean something. Then also, when you dig deeper into NBA Youngboy, the judge he has in Baton Rouge, this judge seems like they want the best for him. And I'm gonna be fair. It is judges that's like that. Most aren't. Most don't give a fuck about you. But it's saying like with this judge he has in particular, it gives him chances. So I can understand that. You know what I mean? So we just gonna roll with he got a good judge. But Kodak Black has been to prison, I think, twice since we known him. Since the world known him, he'd have been in prison twice. NBA Youngboy, though he has less charges, he has more violent charges. Been in prison 0 times. So look, it could be money. It could be the labels. I don't know. You feel me? But what I can say is that federal case that we just witnessed, it's a little shaky. People they can want to hear it or not, but that's just the reality of it. It look wild. Feds don't normally bring them type of cases. But you dealing with Kodak Black, right? I think with, let me turn this light on. Dark as shit. I think when with Kodak Black, right? Cause most of his charges is in Florida. Kodak Black needs to get out of Florida. Obviously, he's being targeted in Florida. They know him there. But it's crazy though, because I know he also do good things for the community. So why are they still targeting him the way they do? Now, you don't have a whole lot of Kodak Black affiliates doing a whole bunch of crime. Yeah, we had like 1 or 2 instances. But when you see with NBA Youngboy case, these dudes are getting murders. You feel me? Shootings and murderers. And they're connected directly to NBA Youngboy. When his mother house got raided, they locked up 3 of people that was supposed to be his friends. I would guess they was his friends. They were standing in his mother's house. But it's wild, man. Look, I'm going to leave it up to y'all, man. What's going on with this shit, man? Do it seem a little lopsided? Is it understandable that Kodak Black, you know, he gets sentenced to more time, or he always catch the short end of the stick because he just got more charges? He don't got enough money. Or is it something different? Is Youngboy getting breaks because he got some other shit going on? Or is he getting breaks because he a bigger artist? He got more money? Let me know in the comments, man. Keep it G-Blog, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Gone, man.
Hey, Baltimore, bitch, I'm rapping Baltimore. Young street nigga, dope boy, I come from Baltimore. Young niggas be shining on them dirt bikes, we be wildin', selling scramble out of houses. About to hit the block, you know it's trapping time. Gotta watch what I say, cause they might tag